Weekend. I'm Megan Thompson taking a look at those current traffic conditions. Maybe your weekend is continuing here on this President's Day holiday, or you've got to get out the door. We've got you covered. Here's a view of those traffic flows along the I-10. This is that eastbound direction as you head into the downtown Phoenix area towards that Stack interchange. Maybe you're hopping through the Deck Park Tunnel, driving through that area toward the mini Stack. Right now, we have fantastic green conditions all across the board. Still tracking, though, that crash off our Valley freeways that we told you about at the top of the hour. So I want to make sure you got some alternates in that area. So this is just north of the 60 at Mill Avenue and Southern, where we got that intersection blocked off for a crash investigation going on there. So you're going to want to use Broadway Road or the 60 itself there in that eastbound and westbound direction. You've got Priest Drive or Rural Road to make your way in that northbound or that southbound direction all around that intersection. We'll keep tabs, let you know when that area reopens. And we'll also get you a check of some of those desert drive times so you know how long that ride is going to take you here on this holiday Monday still ahead. But want to send things over to meteorologist Jorge Torres, giving us a view of that most accurate as we get ready to wait for baby number 2 to arrive in a matter of weeks. My son just turned 2 last week. He's still rear facing. So I really wanted that expert opinion on if I make the switch or I keep him where he is at, because the car seat could say he could go both ways. So recently I told you about a AAA study that said parents were found to transition their kids too early to those next stages, whether that be forward facing or maybe a booster seat. Ready to go with both kiddos? Your local fire department can do the exact same thing for you. Again, this is all free. You can also check out Phoenix Children's. That's another great resources for support that can make all the difference if you are involved in a crash. A view outside right now with our ADOT cameras, giving us that bird's eye view of what's going on out there on the roadways. This along I-10 near about 67th Avenue. You see some of those folks having to tap those brakes as they're working their way from the West Valley, likely into the downtown area. But it is President's Day after all. It's a holiday. A lot of folks not having to travel so early here this morning. So right now we're not really seeing a whole lot of slowing. Just a little bit where I showed you that live picture between the 101 and that Stack interchange where the 17 and the 10 freeways come together there in the downtown area. I'll give you a check of that full desert drive time so you know how long that ride will take you, even if you got those green flows coming up in just a couple of minutes, Kaylee.
All right, much
everybody. And you know what? They got a lot of options for you right there in your own communities, in your own neighborhoods. So we'll tell you about that coming up.
We'll also tell you about our forecast. Big changes on tap starting today. A lot of clouds.
Right now of those traffic conditions on the 10. This is near about 43rd Avenue. Speeds in that area showing a slight slowdown as you're working your way into the downtown Phoenix area right there at that Stack interchange where the 17 and the 10 meet. You see that speed at about 37 miles per hour once you pass the Stack, about 35 miles per hour as you're heading through the Deck Park Tunnel. But mostly green flows as you get towards that mini Stack, and as we look west there past the 101, speeds are perfect, about 65 miles per hour. We'll get you a check of those desert drive times still coming up.
All right.
2 car seats in the back of the car as we wait for baby number 2 to arrive. Just a matter of weeks. My son just turned 2, still rear facing. So I really wanted an expert opinion on if I make the switch or if I keep him where he's at. So recently I told you about a AAA study that said parents were found to transition their kids too early to those next stages, whether that be forward facing or maybe a booster seat. So a little bit, we're still keeping him rear facing right now based off of her advice there at Mesa. So we're ready to go. Your local fire department can do the same for you too. You can also check out Phoenix Children's for some free help as well. Outside right now, those traffic conditions. This is a 17. You notice we've got quite a few cars bunched up along the Durango curve near about 19th Avenue. Crash reported in that area. It does appear to be on that on-ramp, and so maybe some of those flashing lights causing some of those issues with those speeds right around 25 miles per hour from the Stack over to the Split. A 10-minute drive time here on your holiday Monday. Average speed just below 40 miles per hour. As for that drive time on the 10 from the 303 over to the Stack interchange, 23 minutes, just barely in that yellow range. Green conditions on the 17 in the southbound direction and the 51 as well as you head over to the mini Stack. Let's get a check now.